Welcome to the Goalmouth, ladies and gents, the bite-sized soccer news podcast that wins the popular vote and the Electoral College. It's been a strange week, guys. Around half the country is still in a state of shock after what happened a few days ago. Yes, of course, I'm talking about Leo Messi revealing his latest leg tattoo. It's a very divisive issue, and I know you're tired of seeing absolutely everybody on your Facebook feed go on about Messi's leg tattoo and their opinions on how the world is a different and darker place because of Messi's leg tattoo. But I have to have my say. It's just dreadful. It's bad news for the world of soccer, and we're probably stuck with it for another 4 years, or however long he chooses to play. Maybe another 8 years. Cristiano wants 10 after all. Anyway, it's Friday, November 11th. My name is Ryan Bailey. I'm trying to make podcasts great again, and I've got the 5 best news updates for you. Believe me, these are the best news updates. They're fantastic. Coming up shortly, Cristiano Ronaldo says he's irreplaceable. Danny Carvajal says Cristiano Ronaldo is replaceable. Red Bull will not give Swindon Town wings. Mauricio Pochettino is now a YouTube star, and Russell Crowe wants Robert Lewandowski. First up, Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course he's first up. He doesn't allow us to put him anywhere else on the running order because he's the greatest and we'll never see anything like him again. Speaking with Marca after signing a lifetime deal with his swooshy sponsor, Ronaldo was asked whether there is a player in the next generation who could become the next CR7. No one can be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. There are no doubles, he third-personed. The next will be what he has to be, but never the same. That doesn't happen. That's bad news for the next generation, particularly the one related to Ronaldo. When he tucks his son into bed at night, one can only assume he leans close into his ear and he whispers, "Remember, you'll never be as good as me. Good night, son." Well, Cristiano thinks he's irreplaceable, but Danny Carvajal certainly doesn't. He thinks there's a certain Welshman who's going to one day assume his role as the club's chief goal supplier and hair product user. "I believe Gareth Bale is Cristiano Ronaldo's heir," Carvajal told Spanish newspaper AS, in public comments that might result in Ronaldo giving him a good kicking in his Spanish paper AS, if you catch my drift, because AS sounds like ass. That was what I was going for there. Anyway, next up, Swindon have pulled the classic Red Bull Tim Sherwood bait and switch on their fans. The League One strugglers were heavily rumoured to be involved in a takeover by Red Bull, which might have resulted in a very unpopular name change for the club, but a very popular cash injection that might launch them to the top of the Premier League, much like the oft-maligned RB Leipzig in Germany. But instead of having riches and global hatred in equal measure, the club instead announced they'll be getting Tim Sherwood as director of football. Yeah, Tim Sherwood, which is a bit like being told you've won a Bugatti Veyron, but then you get given a rusty bicycle instead. A bicycle that doesn't know anything about tactics. Moving on to the F2 freestylers, the YouTube stars who are unbelievably good at free kicks and tricks and getting huge names in soccer to appear on their channel. This week they received a free kick masterclass from Ronald Koeman and they engaged in a dead ball competition with Spurs manager Mauricio Pochettino. In the clip filmed at Tottenham's training ground, the freestylers challenged Poch to a free kick competition and he wins! Can you believe it? A man who played for Argentina in the World Cup is better at soccer than 2 YouTube celebrities who aren't good enough to play for any club at all. It's a great clip all the same. You should definitely check it out. Next up, we know Russell Crowe is a bad singer in Les Miserables, a bad English accent in Robin Hood, and a bad New York hotel guest when he throws phones in people's faces, but he's also a bad Leeds United fan. Last year, he ruled out requests from fans to buy the club, and now he wants the club to start buying players they definitely can't afford. On Thursday, he tweeted Leeds to take a look at Bundesliga Player of the Month Robert Lewandowski, prompting some humorous back and forth from the Bundesliga itself and a thank you tweet from the Yorkshire club for his excellent scouting work. Well played, Russell. Leeds would never have known about Lewandowski if you hadn't alerted them. Alrighty then, that's it for today's Goalmouth. Thank you so much for listening. You can explore all these stories in greater detail by clicking the link in the show notes, or even better, by subscribing to the Goalmouth newsletter. I leave you with today's top Goalmouth tip. Coffee might be for closers, but Leeds don't need your leads. Love to your mothers. See you next time.